Hello, welcome back to this volume. Welcome back to the most important volume ever, as far as the knowledge we gain from the sequel. Here we are, against our murderous fancy clown here, our honk of deliriousness, our master of murderous fuckery up in this bloody plot. Let's see how it goes. I have such a bad feeling. At the same time, I was like, oh, he was so nice. And then it's like, oh god, what the fuck happened to you? Kind of deal, okay? Let's see how it goes. Maybe, yeah, I think it should, yeah, alright. I mean, it's the same person actually, but let's see. I could, like, there's a small chance I am wrong, but I don't think so. I'm quite confident it's him, okay? It must be him. He has purple blood, oh, come on, it must be him. Must be him, right? I hope there's no confusion. It's like people joking like, oh, Sephiroth. If a lot of people thought Sephiroth was a girl. I was like, what? That was interesting and funny for me, at least. Anyway, are we ready for this? Are you ready? I'm not ready, actually. I'm not ready at all. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this, guys. I'm not ready for this. I'm so scared of fucking this up. Having learned the danger of using the public thoroughfares, you've taken to dodging down byways and skulking in rear areas, trying to spy out the individual who look ripe for friendship while avoiding the more criminally insane denizens. Just now you are following winding footpath through the undergrowth surrounding a neighborhood where the local hives are spaced far about. You came creeping along with footpad for safety. You should have known better. The ground here is like most of the other life forms of Alternia, evolved to ruthlessly purge the gene pool of the weak and the rinsable. Oh wow. Coiled spring-loaded stalk with foot-long thorns, flanked right in bushes with razor-edged levels, which is turns crowd tentacle flora with toothed loops oozing liquid that hisses and smokes when it touches the ground. Extreme caution is needed, just as is needed in every circumstance on this fucking planet. While your time on Alternia has gotten you accustomed to injuries, you still shrink from being impaled on sprag, thorns, and dissolving acid. You should have known that eventually you will have to come up against the local flora, so you proceed indiscreetly, avoiding poison fronds and try to not step on the triggered roots. Is it a fucking minefield of... I don't know, is this zombie and plants flora? I mean, you suddenly, your vegetative focus is interrupted. You hear footsteps on the path that around the corner comes a small figure. I love how they honk at the background. Hey, how you doing, my brother? My motherfucking brother? His face and horns are painted with smudged black and white marks. Despite his diminutive physique, it has some of the most impressive horns you ever seen on any troll. I was like, what? Okay. Hello? Then he flied. Then the small figure sees you too, and he's so startled, jumps a foot, impaling his own into an overhanging tree branch and sticking there so that his small legs bump helplessly in the air. Honk! Honk! Oh, fuck you. I'm so sorry. I know you still did a good one through your, your murderous face. But still, fuck you. It's like, I don't know, I want to say, it's like talking to infant Hitler, you know, it's like, I know you still, fucked it up, but still, God damn it. You beg the small person apart and assure him that you were fully as startled as he. You're gonna explain that you are not dangerous, but that even if you were, you will not want to come to strive with even a small person with horns of that size. Honk? Yes, you will be happy to help him down as long as he promises not to attack you with the many bladed weapons that are stuffed in his belt or with the dozen cans of an expensive soft drink held in the bandoliers across his chest. He strikes you suddenly that a neighborly gesture like helping someone whose horns are stuck in a tree branch can scarcely fail to kindle the light of friendship. You dare to hope that this will be the case now. Well, he's jumping to me. Edging forward, you get close enough to see that around the small clown neck hangs a dog tag on an ID necklace. You tilt your head and crane your neck to read the writing on it. Karok Pierrot, if lost, call Bronya your sama. Bronya. Come on. Oh yeah. Wait. Is he your sama? He's the main spirit of Nepeta, right? Guys, give me a fucking break, I cannot remember everything. I'm doing this, that, I have to do something else. I'm also studying computer science, okay? Give me a fucking break. Suddenly it all makes sense. This Karoko Pierrot must have been one of Bronya's rejected runt Wriggles, who's having grown to childhood under Wrigglers, who having grown... Never mind, guys, I totally forgot about Bronya. Your son. I don't know why I forgot about Bronya. God damn it. How the fuck I forgot about Bronya? Yeah, it's the caretaker. The one with the green hair. Green hair? No, well, you know. The children caretaker. The jade blood. Whatever. So suddenly this all makes sense. The Karoko Pierrot must have been one of Bronya's rejected runt Regular who's having grown to childhood under her tender care. Has gone out into the world to seek his fortune. He's interesting because he's a purple blood. It's very interesting. That will account for his small size, short legs, and small stature relative to his thorns. You eagerly pull out your palm husk, happy for an excuse to pester your old friend, but you've got zero signal out here. So when you're baby, when you're insect, when you're cocoon, the blood doesn't matter, or how it works? I don't know. I'm curious. I mean. You were born with that, so you cannot really change it. You'll wonder if the surrounding vegetation is palm husk signals, just as it looks like it is everything else. Disappointedly slip your palm husk back in your pocket. Honk! You apologize for the delay, displaying that you were surprised to find that you appear to have all acquaintances in common. We hope you will have time to discuss later. For now, you are very ready, willing, hopefully able to help me down. You hope he won't be offended if you slip behind him first. It's not that you object your bladed weapons or those who stuff dozens of them in their belts. You feel that the ones he's wearing could ruin your look if buried in your torso, however unintentionally. You edge past the weapons, being careful also not to touch the spring thorns, growing, and the edge of the pad on their trigger roots. Once you are behind Karoko, you grasp his arm firmly and pull, withdrawing them from the tree branch and allowing him to drop lightly to the ground. Honk! You tell him that he's very welcome. Then there's a moment of awkward silence and you try to think of something else to say. Fortunately, your new potential friend is not as devoid of the social graces as you are and gets the conversational ball rolling himself. Honk. He doesn't speak. You explain that you are indeed stranger in these parts and that you actually don't fit into any of the hemospectrum categories. Wild, right? Although you're quite as strange as you used to be, your life today you really started to blend into with a local color. Honk? Well, you're rather no exhibit your blood just now. You're a couple of quarts low due to the robust condition of life of Alternia, some of which you have recently had the honor of encountering. Honk. You sympathize, slinging along these hidden paths in Alternia woods can be tough on the morale. The smell alone is enough to make strong men weep, and the vegetation look like it was designed by the Marquis de Sade, not that he knows how the Marquis de Sade is. You cannot help but feel that it would be so much better if they only had a skulk body. You continue. How wonderful it will be to travel these dusky lanes with a kindred spirit and a twin soul, a fellow traveler and an intimate crony. You are such an expert on friend synonymism by now. I feel like this is like a monologue and just get like Pierrot there and listen to us like honking. Honk? Yeah, honk. Honk. Oh, I agree with the honkiness. No, you haven't met anyone like that either, but you would certainly like to. How it works, man? I don't know. Your new potential friend is obviously thinking seriously about this issue, so you back off, give him space, you pretend to be deeply immersed in studying one of the razor-sharp leaves or one of the writing bushes beside the path. I have a strong feeling the writer just gave up. It's like, I cannot be bothered to write a dialogue, so I'm gonna write a monologue and just make him say honk all the time, and just making him like giving us an actual answer. So we actually have answer back. It was like, okay, whatever. You're the one to force yourself on others or try to unduly influence their friendship decision. Okay, well, maybe you force yourself onto others in past and try to influence their friendship decision. Maybe you've done this a lot. You are recently evolved as a person. You now know that friendship is something that has to come authentically from within. Friendship is spontaneous. Friendship sprouts naturally from the soil of mutual respect. The best friendship grows and ripen over years, and are not rushed or forced. Of course, you only know this person for about 5 minutes, but you have to start ripening sometime. Reflecting thus on the theme of friendship when loud, as scared as says ZZLKSHL pour suddenly from the sky above you, it's crackling, sizzling sound like a cheating was. Think with too many legs struggling to hot frying pan. Karako jumps so violently that he nearly gets his hold stuck in the tree again. Looking up, you see a floating metal object, vaguely throne-shaped but huge, faceless metal, and with numerous set of lightning bolt-shaped horns coming out of its head and neck. It's also not a very sparkly conversation, at least. I'm not gonna say it. Let's call it Skrillex. Yeah. Skrillex. Let's call it Skrillex. It's also not a very sparky conversation. Skrillex, it remarks in a flat and quick blare. Skrillex, it elaborates further. Honk! Run, a drone! Leap to your proto-friend's aid. Run, a drone! Leap to your what? Proto-friend's aid. What do you mean by that? You leap to your proto-friend's aid, thinking quickly. You push Karok against a large rock that just out to be underground nearby and jump in the front of him, shielding him from the drone with your body. You then pretend to be leaning against the rock in that attitude of tranquil repose. Several of the bladed weapons in Karako's belt poke you in the ass. You don't let this show on your face. Instead, you yawn elaborately to check your wristwatch. You don't have a wristwatch, but you don't teachers know that wristwatch is anyway. You pretend to smoke a non-existent cigarettes. Again, you are not giving anything away because drones don't know what cigarettes are either. But the drone had apparently taken an interest in you. It floats down between the trees and the undergrowth and hovers above the path several meters from where you are pretending to relax against a rock after a long day of hiking to scenic shit-smell forest. It's quite a terrifying sight actually. Skrillex, the drone, observes soullessly, making Karako jump so that several of your internal organs are threatened. However, you maintain what you believe the local populace could call a stiff upper whistle pillow. The drone's blank metal head studies you, or it could be studying something in the opposite direction, even taking the drone equivalent of a piss. You can't really tell from the expression because it has no feature to make expressions wait. This examination continues for some time. I hope he's likely not gonna find anything on us because our file got wiped by it, but maybe something else, I don't know. But your diminutive and potential friend is well hidden from view, and after a while evidently concluding that you are an inanimate object that makes an unaccountable gesture with its recent fingers, the dog floats upwards. Again, gaining speed until with a dreary Skrillex, it whizzes off somewhere to find other hapless, non-standard citizens to euthanize. When it's gone, you stand away from the rock. You have several short plays that have been pierced by bladed weapon. You turn in Karako to comment on the recent affair, but stop when you see the look he's directing at you. A warm and admiring look and affection, and an esteeming look and a look of friendship. Yes, your first impulse is to throw your arms around him and lean in, but on second thought, remembering his pants arsenal, you put out your hand for a warm handshake. Victory is so close. Oh, did I jinx it? Oh, fuck me. I feel like jinx it. You smell like jinxing, you know? But before you can seal the deal on this sweet friendship intersection, you hear disturbance further down the path. Oh no. Can't the narrative chill for a single moment? Especially the moment when you're about to consummate a beautiful friendship? You turn to look. The first step, several sets of them, get nearer and around the band come 3 figures. Sushi and expression, 3 figures with gills on their necks and small stylized fins on their faces. Oh man, it is possible that you have finally happened upon a group of the legendary sea dwellers. They stop short when they see you and Caracal, obviously startled. They study you, you study them. Then Finn had interlope 1 in one piece and diamond earrings, whispers to her companions, and all 3 burst out laughing. Finn had interlope 2 in a violet wetsuit and rings wraps her tie. The Finn had interlope 3 in checkered swimming trunks holding sides. Part of you is relieved, laughter drives off. The devil is the best medicine, in any event better than a homicidal mania. On the other hand, his laughter isn't friendly, it's cold, mocking and supercilious. These sea devils are obviously laughing at you, not with you. You notice Caracal cheeks flushing purple under his face paint, his jaws clenching, however he just stares with stony dignity at the interlopes. It just makes them laugh harder. The first sea dweller says, "What are you two supposed to be? Shrimp Cassidy and the Squamous Kid," say her second companion. "A cool bait minnow and his mutated soft-shell crab," say her third. "Look like the minnow mole. One went down on the clown, causing it to spurt on out the other one." The sea dweller's laughter is doubled. You continue expressionless at this insult, but to your dismay, Caracal's face is taking a harsh, glowering look. I'm so sorry, to be honest, if I'm being insulted with using different cultural thinking, I wouldn't be feel insulted, because for me they are nonsense. Look at that dude. I was like, what that means? You guess that such tiny dudes has probably been victimized by bullies his whole life, and as you happen to know, there are no bullies like Alternia bullies. Honk. Okay, honk. You tell him to let them talk all shit they want, don't let them provoke him. They are trying to get him to do something stupid. If he doesn't react, they'll get bored and go away. Honk. No, remember that drone is probably still around here somewhere. Touch a scale on her head, and you could be rendered into mother grab a feedstock. Hey, bottom feeders, no whispering when you are in the presence of your betters. And you, little boy, put a respectful expression on your recognition surface. Be more like your friend, the slender manatee over there. In fact, why is it you to your... In fact, why is it you two are still perpendicular in the presence of the sea dwellers? You should be bowed with right anglers. The first sea dwellers seem to have an affinity for cheesy ocean puns. You bow to the sea dwellers, you have your dignity, but you also like not to get killed. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh fuck me, oh fuck us, no, he's going to a murder spree, oh no, oh shit, oh fuck, I don't know what to do, guys, I don't know what to do, what do we do? Someone get a pie, someone get a fucking drug pie, fuck, where do we got a drug pie, this fucking place, shit. Caracal remains stubbornly upright, his face getting angry and purpler by the moment the bladed weapons in his belt jingle from his enraged trembling. Oh, see, the little clownfish is getting angry. Looks like he's gonna shit his pants. What did I tell you about your face, boy? Didn't your losses teach you anything? I doubt he even has a losses. A self-respecting losses will never let a shrimp like that out of the hive. Unless his losses is just a defective. Okay, never mind. The losses cracks are too much for Caracal. Ignoring your hissed warnings, he suddenly leaps now into the air, draws flared weapons from his belt in each hand and hurls one of the sea dwellers. Honk, honk, honk. Amen, I guess. Grabbing him by the coattails and try to keep him from precipitating a disaster. Leave it to the fray and let his work up for the support. Oh my god. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. No, fuck that. No, I'm not gonna stop it. Fucking hell. He cannot distinguish from friends and foes. Leap into the fray and lend him comfort support. When leap into the fray to lend comfort and support, you will have you have counseled the character to turn the other cheek and keep turning to cheek after cheek until the sea dwellers got fed up and went away. But now that things have hooted up, you're not about to let down the side. Karok crashed into the sea dweller, his bladed weapons wheeling like a blender. You scramble close behind him and kick someone into the shit. He hurts your foot but doesn't seem to have any other effect. The sea dwellers are made of tough stuff or they're extremely flimsy. Signs have recently pointed to the latter. An axe salty is more effective, however. Thinking quickly, you pick up a rock and throw it at that trigger root of a spring thorn growing along with the path next to where the violet bloods are enduring Hurricane Clown. The collide stalk springs out, impaling the dude with a 12-foot-long thorns. Okay, kill. First blood. He's thrown off balance and violet blood begins to flow copiously down his body. That's a hue you haven't seen before. Kinda pretty. But these sea dwellers are made of tough stuff. He yanks the spring thorn stalk away from him, pulling the thorns down and flinging it into the woods. Then he takes out a pocket handkerchief and starts patting his injuries gently. Meanwhile, Karakos bladed weapons have not been idle. The other two sea dwellers are likewise leaking violet blood. But these bastards are hard to kill. You remember Polpia telling you that as you watch, one of them grabs one of the bladed weapons from Karakos hand and buried it in Karakos' stomach. Oh, well, shit. This unsurprisingly is distracting for a poor little clown, allowing two of the finy sons of bitches to grab handful of blade weapons from his belt, bury them in various parts of his body. You dance around delivering harmless kicks and curses. Karok is still waving his weapons, but he seems to be waving them more slowly now. Then, as more bladed weapons are buried in his body, he seems to lose focus. The weapons he's been brandishing fall from his hands. Oh, well, he died. Finally, he falls on the ground in the center of a sprinting pool of purple blood, twitching feebly for a minute, and then he is still. He stares in disbelief at the corpse of one of the had been spared just a short while longer, never being your friend, one despite and reject a clown of suffering familiar with pain. They had flogged him and mocked him and spit on him and then kill him. You struggle to come to terms with it. While you are doing that, one of the remaining sea dwellers grabs you by the hair and suplexes you onto the ground. Your head snaps back and pain explodes behind your eyes. You're left lying on your back and trying to stay conscious, which is why you have a good view of what happens next. Oh wow. The dark sky above you something. There's actually an aftermath, interesting. The dark sky above you something opens something even darker than the sky. A hole like a cave in the clouds. Oh, there it is. There's the fucking thing. It widens until you can see that in the cave or carousel with wooden horses mounted on the brass post rotates, the horses planking up and down at the time with carnival music played by a mechanical organ. Behind the horses are naked store window mannequins, their legs slung awkwardly over the horses' backs, their stiff arms down by their sides in whatever pose they were created. Their horns are huge and wildly shaped. In the darkness above the carousel, other naked mannequins with the plastic wings tied to their backs are supported on wires, and above these, in turn, a net of white Christmas tree lights twinkle against the roof of the dark cave of Seeker's tent or whatever it is, throwing their dim starlight illumination down the rotation carousel. As you watch, two of the winged mannequins break loose from their wires and fly down from the dark region onto the night sky into the dimension Alternia occupies. They maneuver until the stiff hands on the lens, their stiff arms are underneath Karako, and then they lift it up into the sky, into the dark carnival. You hear a last faint, reviving honk as they get him one of the wooden horses, and then the hole in the sky closes and there is nothing but their night sky above. All is silent and still again. An odd feeling comes over you. You don't think you ever felt such feeling, just the reality of how utterly insignificant you are. Sure, you spent the last few months wandering with no desire but a desire for connection, and you are in a way of being unique in this galaxy, but honestly, what does that even mean? You flit in and out of people's lives. There's 1 minute to go the next, always moving from friend to friend. You are for all intents and purpose a visual non-entity, a blank point of view vector, a neutral second-person narrator, barely coming to the picture, a retiring entity experiencing all a simple one-dimensional desire for friendship. But just about now you feel that things have gone pretty far. Just about now you feel that you've had about enough of arrogant high-blots. Enough in fact of short-wave linked hemotypes carelessly and without function, killing and maybe exploiting those of longer wavelengths of survival of the fittest regime that seems to come down to a survival of the most violent psychopaths. It is a moral universe, or is it not? You ask yourself. Are repulsive cruelty, a sickening evil punished in this universe, or are they not? Does an ethical force operate in this universe, or does it not? You don't know the answer to this question, but you do know one thing. You intend to depart for once from one-dimensional persona. You intend to punish repulsive cruelty and sickening evil if it comes within your ability to do so. You tend to create an ethical force field in your local region. You tend to exert some moral gravity right around where you are if you possibly can. And you realize that this odd feeling you are having seems to be growing moral high bosons out of the moral ground state. Dry out the fabric of this multicolored blood-soaked planet that heaves under your feet. You take on the aspect of a clown soccer. Well, we are still alive? Okay, I'm very curious. Wow, this I thought this is like a game over choice. We're still alive. Interesting. I'm so surprised. Seizing 2 cans of inexpensive soft drink from where they fell from karaoke bandoliers, you shake them all and pull the pins. Then, with malice aforethought, you direct twin streams at the sea dwellers. You smell banana and strawberry, and the deadly stream play upon them. Already weakened, they fall back with cries under the withering onslaught. As soon as they stream slackens, you take up 2 more cans, shake them, and deal out a death to the unrighteousness. You smell peach and dire root beer with them this time, but no pity soften your hearts. You wouldn't care even if there were pineapples, watermelon you were spraying on those brutes. But these thin heads are made of tough stuff, laying even in the face of this intense onslaught. They push forwards and, seizing some bladed weapon from the purple blood pool, advance upon you. Not one step back, you vow to the memory of Caraco Pierrot. You stand your ground in desperation, grabbing some cans of diet tonic water and club soda, opening up your batteries once again, but to no avail. Ouch, I got pierced. Look at that. Fucking. Our health bar go. A trident pierces you to the bone, followed by a scimitar, a tomahawk, a short spear, and so many other bladed weapons that the sheer weight of them drives you to the ground. There, where your red precious blood flows smothered stream, mixing with the purple blood of your proto friend. Holy fucking shit! We got fucking 300! Fucking hell! Jesus! We got the 300 ending deal here. Since then, you realize you are glad you died in the righteous battle. You created even the tiny, sputtering, temporary moral force. Feeling your local regions that you did. No, wait. You can feel your life narrative point of view slip away, but you are content. But you are content! Yet, what's that you see above you now? A dark space has opened up, even darker than the night sky. 2 stiff-looking winged figures are descending. They land next to you and gently place their stiff hand under you. Then they ascend once again, lifting you higher and higher into the darkest space. As you pass the boundary on the heavenly carnival, your life seems to revive within you, and as the fabric of the place closes around you, and as 2 stiff mannequins place you on the carousel horse next to Caraco, you realize that planets, universes, dimensions, realities, powers, principalities, and cosmos come to and go, but friendship is forever. Wait a minute, is this a bad ending? Is that a bad ending? It's so weird, this ending. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode. Holy fucking shit. Oh my fucking god. We died? We died? We died? Look guys, if I didn't know this guy was gonna be Game Z, what the fuck? I mean, I don't want to be between him and whatever he's gonna kill in front of him, because let me tell you, he gone very good in what he's doing. I'm quite confident about it. Grab him by the coattails and try to keep him from precipitating a disaster. You leap forward and grab the character by the coattails or by his belt. You aren't actually sure what a coattail is. Jesus, he's strong. You can barely hold him. It's like trying to restrain a small truck. His legs rotate, wildly kicking up a cloud of dust, and he branches his bladed weapons wildly into the direction of the sea dwellers. After a startled moment in which they jump backward, the sea dwellers have started to laugh again, coming out with more stupid insults and fish puns. This is not helping. Caracal runs twice as hard, honk twice as loud, shake his weapon twice as threateningly. Hey, 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 you shout at Caracal, trying to be heard, but a fracas, holding up with all your might and digging in your heels. You have a half a mind and, to just let him go. To bite the sea dwellers back to their insult, but you try to keep a cool head. You are doing your proto-friends much more good trying to restrain his wrath. You are now succeeding in wrapping your arms all the way around him, and now you get into front of him, holding him back with straight arms and bellowing soothingly into his face and trying to avoid the bladed weapon he's brandishing. But it's not working. You can see from the contorted feature, the bare teeth, the distended nostril with smoke coming out, the blazing eyes, the caracal is getting more and more enraged. And suddenly his rage seems to reach a kindling point. His body vibrates violently. His eye grows further around. And fucking shit, he vibrates. And suddenly from his body, something like a nuclear blast pressure wave of fear and violence sends you flying through the air like a scrap of paper in a gale. What the fuck, are you hallucinating? But you can see as you soar up above the path that the seafarers aren't laughing anymore. In fact, they are screaming terror and fleeing wildly, blundering into razor leaves, being impaled by spring thorns and burned by pod acid, and generally receiving the stern retribution that awaits assholes. Then your hair collides with a tree branch and you are rendered unable to narrate for a while. Okay. That's interesting. You wake up lying to dust and consciousness returns. You realize that you are lying on the pad. This returns further. A small clown painted figure is seated next to you. Quite calm now. His smile fondly as he sees you sit up. Honk. His smile returns. You express relief that he realized you were acting in his best interest, holding him back from the faint heads, and now, though largely because of his unexpected burst of clown sorcery, or whatever that was, everything has turned out for the best. Carrick holds up his arms for a hug, but then remembering the blazed weapon in his belt sticks out his hand, he shakes it firmly. The other ending was far more interesting, actually. There was so much things going in depth in it, I guess. But, well, there was... I guess if I was actually... if I choose to stop it, this ending was too quick, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of things going around there. I think it's something related with... a little bit more in-depth in the story. But it's a victory, I take it. And I'm just gonna add a few steps. So, bye-bye.